Hey everybody, I'm here to do the daily read for Thursday, April 21st. I hope you're doing well. Happy birthday, Taurus. If you're checking in, here we are fully in Taurus season, and we're moving into that amazing, new moon partial solar eclipse. Going to be crazy. We're in eclipse season now, so be ready. Lots of manifestations, all sorts of energies coming around us. So let's see what the energy is, though, for Thursday. Please remember, well, that was quick. This is a general read. It's only 24 to 48 hours, daily energy. Could be around you, might not. If it doesn't resonate, check in tomorrow. Wow, we have quite a few cards, though. Excuse me. So we have Walking Away, number 27. This can lead us leaving something behind, choosing to walk away, though. This isn't a, what was I going to say? Sometimes you feel like you're forced to walk away because it's not what you want. But in this energy with this card, with the light that she's walking into, the gates behind her, really choosing this and going into a space that's so much better. Potential romance, number 33, master number here. Door to romance for those who are looking for it, maybe finding it this weekend, since this is a Thursday read. Archangel Uriel is here. Sagittarius, you often see her on the Temperance card, but this is crown chakra energy, so your crown chakra, and you might be getting all sorts of downloads, right? Intuitive knowing. Also the world. So the world, looking at things from a different perspective in some way, shape, or form, seeing that you've succeeded, completing a cycle, having the world at your feet. I mean, this card just knows, and perhaps that's coming with walking away, or some sort of download you get. Could also be finally entering into a romance that you feel is the world to you, right? Just think of all those different ways you use the word. But this is a big sort of Jupiterian energy. Success. All things here are great energy to start off Thursday. Tapping into a lot, so, there ought to be something for everybody here. The world feels like you're winning, and you're able to move. Walking away would be a card of motion, too, so, walking into something new. All right, let's see what Tarot wants to say. It's a quick read. Check in with the energy. You should always, for more in-depth readings, check your monthly, your moons, your money, your, love and romance. All those have been completed for this month anyway. Let's see what we have. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Palace of Swords, being able to come into clear thought right here. Absolutely living in that clarity. Page of Coins is the potential challenge. Palace of Cups, wow, really tapping into those emotions. Nine of Swords, releasing that lack. Seven of Swords. What? This was kind of a little bit, what's the word? A hangover, I want to say, of Wednesday's energy. With looking to come into clarity of thought, that Nine of Swords still hanging around. This Palace of Swords, though, is where you are. So let's see what the remaining cards are, because you might be releasing that fear and worry, especially with all these beautiful energy cards from the oracles. Oh gosh, all right, way too many cards. I'm sorry, gang. Well, we did have one card that flipped over, and that was the Four of Swords, so this is the rest again. And there was a rest and a retreat from yesterday, so as I said, you guys might, and a victory. Okay, yeah, you're going to become victorious. All right. Alrighty, Palace of Swords. Along with the Five of Coins, feeling lack. You're really going to get some clarity of thought. You're going to be in such a higher mind place. This is why the crown chakra might be here. it's either divine inspiration, it's messages from your spirit guides, it's just you being in such a great place of knowing. No fear, no worry, all that has been released with this victory, right? Relieving yourself of this feeling of lack. Now, your challenge has been this information about new money coming in with the Page of Coins and harvesting that with the Seven of Coins here. Being able to harvest the money you've worked so hard for. Making the decision of staying or going normally, but in this case, it's a challenge for you to get to harvest those seeds that you've grown. But with yesterday's energy from Archangel Michael, the Knight, and the King of Swords, now you're into the Palace of Swords, which is seeing things from, or knowing things from, a totally different perspective, a higher plane of knowledge. And this is, you're overcoming it. The Palace of Cups is this deep emotional feeling that is requiring you to take this rest. You might really have tapped into some deep emotional energies. You might be processing a variety of different feelings that are coming up and bubbling up from within. You know, over all of this work that you've put in to achieve these goals. You know, to release this trapped energy of the Nine of Swords with the pain and the emotional turmoil, the mental turmoil more than emotional, but it can cause that emotional because of the fact of the fear and the worry. To release that with this victory card is amazing. Yes, we like seeing a victory card at the ends of the reading because you're going through it. You know, this could be a tough up and down kind of time while you're waiting for this information on your money. Let's see if we got any. And I say money, but it could be anything that you value because everyone's in a different life path. So while it is specific to coins in this deck that I'm using, it can be value. Look at this deck, New Beginning. Scorpio's card right here. There's a new beginning. And with the Palace of Cups and death, it could be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, you may be, or you might have someone in your life that's assisting you in that regard. But to have this card come out after the victory to show that a death and a rebirth of yourself is happening. Also why the rest card is here with this Four of Swords. You are going to need to take a moment because this is some serious energy y'all have been working with. Over this entire week, I said it's been a very strong lesson energy and a lot of information from Spirit for a daily read. It's extraordinary. I forget what I was going to say here, but this crown chakra really lines up with the Palace of Swords and having that not only divine download, higher self download, but also the release of any fear, worry, and the things that you're holding on to, right? We want to let all that go. The world and walking away, definitely leaving and moving behind. This walking away is death and rebirth, but also the victory. And, you know, world, achieving what it is that you want with the world at your feet, right? And door to romance here for... It can be a romance, but I'm also feeling like you're in love with life again. You know, you've processed all these emotions, you've taken a rest, you're victorious over this worry that has been holding you back a little bit. And as you rebirth yourself with the Scorpio energy, you come to this place of love, heart-centered love, which is an amazing space to be. And remember, yesterday you had the Healer of all ages also in the card, so with that, there can be continuation of a healing that's happening here. And I just went... So we have 4 cards come out energy-wise, and I set them up in the tableau style, so you would actually, instead of 9, we have 12, with the 13th card being death, and that is a number 13. And when you look at it from the rose perspective, you are looking at the crown chakra, 7th chakra being healed, clearing, having that clarity of thought downloads. The Palace of Swords, same thing in the 3D world, overcoming this feeling of lack. The world is at your feet, this new beginning, this feeling accomplished, and tapping into this new source of abundance, what you consider to be a value if it's not coin, and being able to make the decision to harvest. So this can be with your health, this can be with yourself personally, this can be with a relationship. It can also be in money, you know, investments that you've made. What have you invested your time in? To me, the Seven of Coins is the harvest card. Choosing to stay, choosing to go. It is a choice, but it's also a choice of, do I allow this to continue to harvest, or do I walk away, right? Or am I leaving this behind? Because you have walking away with the Palace of Cups, means really coming from those depths of emotions. But in a good way. I mean, obviously the lower energies with the jellyfish that are rising up from the depths are the emotions that you're processing, but you have the light of the divine shining in your palace up at the very top. So very high emotions, can have been a very emotional time with this rest being called for with the Four of Swords. And this door that's opening for you, it can be a door in many ways. 33 is an ascended master number. Relieving and releasing this fear, worry, concern, contemplation constantly. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? You have the victory card. You know, the Six of Wands here is victory. Being victorious over a situation and starting fresh. Rebirthing. You are a new person by the end of this time period, however this works for you. So not only reading them in the traditional sense, but then reading it in the tableau style, which is sort of how I, obviously you can see that's how a magician. Now yesterday this was in a challenge position, and it's the card that comes out. So with death and rebirth comes the new alchemizing. What do you want to build? You are now in a position, now that death has come and you have rebirthed yourself, you are now the alchemist to create your life and bring in what that is for you. That's gorgeous energy, right? Okay, let's see. Oh, no, animal spirit. Let's finish with an animal spirit card, and then I will give you the numerology. I mean, we do have... I'm going to say there's, besides grounded energy here, I'm getting a lot of air, thought, blue, blue energy. Loyal, 14. This is loyalty, dog, and so these numbers are going to be synchronistic. You have 14 and 41. This is, sort of the mirror image of one another. You may want to look up 14, 14, 41, 41, or 14 and 41 together. Someone around you has been loyal, or you have been loyal to someone, or you're being called to be loyal. Could also be loyal to yourself. You may have a dog around you. The dog might be a sign, synchronistic sign. We do have a dog in this card as well. So dogs might be playing into quite a bit of your energy. Let's see if we have it. Okay, nope. All right. Any other animal spirits? Oh, Black Panther. Okay, night. Yes. So here is the rest. Here is the... okay. Represents the night. Okay, Black Panther represents the shadow side, going and being willing to work through what you need to work through in order to tap into the Panther medicine, right? Palace of Cups, crown chakra. Once you threw the Black Panther in here, now this becomes somewhat of a spiritual, very deep, transformational energy. And there is transformational energy around us with the death, and now with Black Panther here, which is an extremely spiritual card. It is going into the night, dealing with those fears, facing that shadow side, and coming out on the light of day. Now this is a short abridged version of it, just to give you the Panther energy very quickly. but I'm feeling it highly aligned with the death card, with death and rebirth. You might want to call or look into, call upon Black Panther, or look into Panther medicine to see if that resonates with anything that's going on in your life right now. But with death card here, you are definitely transforming. There has been this energy all week long of some transformation, and it is being shown here again, however that is in your life. And I have been telling everybody since the equinox and until the Scorpio lunar eclipse, and even past that, up to 6 months, that this is the really juicy part of the energy until the end of the year. Swan, oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. You know, coming out, swan representing grace. And with the Black Panther here, the Black Panther, the traditional, in the Jamie Sims, excuse me, deck, is embracing the unknown, right? It's having trust. It is allowing the night to show you what you need to see. We have quite a bit of night medicine here. So it can be shadows. It can be allowing spirit to bring, or the universe to bring in what you cannot see, right? Because of the night. It is trusting your death and rebirth, that you are aligning with your next highest self. And then when you add grace in here, grace is also a state of allowing, you know. So the swan is grace. The story of the swan is that she trusted going into the void and having great spirit show her the mysteries, right? The great mystery. And I'm not speaking this correctly because I should read the full story, but if I recall, she was like willing to see what she could become. And because she trusted spirit, then she came out as the swan. She went in as the ugly duckling. She came out as the swan. She is the representation of grace and allowing and trusting and knowing that all things are going to work out, right? Embracing the unknown and then trusting spirit that your highest best self will be achieved. The world will be at your feet. You will have a death and a rebirth. You will become your next best self. You can alchemize along with the universe here. And be faithful to yourself, to others, to those who have helped you along the way. I mean, this is an amazing theme, and it is rather long for a daily read, but it's extremely potent, and there's a ton of messages here that could be unpacked in other ways, but I'm not going to keep going. Bottom line is, whatever transformation that you're going through here, your clarity of thought and your emotions are going to have processed. You've embraced them. You have a victory over them. And with that, you're leaving it behind. You're opening new doors for yourself. The world is at your feet. You're downloading the information you need to. You are alchemizing and coming into this new rebirth of yourself. And it may have to do with your business, with coins. Or it can be in rest, just health, and you've been struggling for a very long time, and you needed a win so that you could take some time out and rest that energy so you could continue to move along your path, right? All right, let me give you the numbers. I hope whew, I might have to stop doing these daily readings because they're not really quick energy, or switch it up a little bit in some way. But in any regard, I hope you enjoyed it. Messages that are meant to come out, right? Let's see what our numbers are. Besides master number 33, we have 1441. Death adds up to a 4. And didn't I? Yes, so we have 4 and 4. Nine and 9. And isn't that 12? 12 is 3. We don't have a 3. Okay. Wow. Usually there's so many more combinations, so, but we do not. So master number 33, 41, and 14, 9 and 9. Oh, and 29 is 11, and of course the magician is 1. So 1, 1, 1. And there's, you know, obviously the new beginning there with the magician. So I leave you with that message. I hope it resonated. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye for now.